What is going on, everybody? It is Alex back with another video today, and I'm late. I'm so sorry I'm late. But we got a little throwback for everyone that is a fan of Genesis with Phil Collins. I guess you could just say Genesis. I mean, Phil Collins wasn't like the original singer for Genesis when it first started, but eventually it became known, well known, with Genesis. So if you don't know who Phil Collins is, I don't know if you've been living under a rock or have just never experienced music before. But Genesis had a huge upbringing, and like really big, like they influenced a lot of things. And I'm a fan of them. My mom's a fan of them. I actually grew up with their music from my mom. So her favorite song is Abacab. That one's a fantastic one. But we're going to do something that I experienced on my first concert ever. Back in, oh Lord, when was that? 2005, maybe? I don't know. 2005. I'm going to say 2005. They were in Columbus, Ohio, and we drove over there and saw them. It was great. It was like their farewell tour. So it was a lot of, I don't know. It was a lot of like memories, I guess, that was made then, because yeah, I grew up with them. Pink Floyd, like AC/DC and all that sorts of jazz. But the one song that stuck out to me the most was this one, and that's Turn It On Again. So we're going to do a reaction to the video because I've never seen the video. And it's going to look old just because it is. I think it's recorded in 480p. Brilliant. Genesis no longer tours anymore. Phil Collins isn't doing the best. I mean, he's doing the best he can for what I don't know. He has like problems with his hands, so he gave up drumming. So, but they had a reunion tour a couple years back, and his son actually played drums for them. So, all right, without further ado, let's get started. Now, whenever you hear that iconic opening chorus of the guitar or that riff, you're always going to think this is this song. It's so iconic, especially to me. I would listen to this song on repeat, like later in my life when I first got my first like iPod. Don't judge, I'm old. And it was just amazing. And Phil would always be known as singing and playing the drums a lot of the times with can you, like his song Can You Feel It? Like, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? And that amazing drum solo in the middle of it. Perfect. I'm just over here just drumming around because it's just a fantastic song. You can always tell when Phil Collins is singing just by his voice. His voice is it's so iconic. It's gonna be missed when he eventually does end up like passing away. But we're not gonna think about that yet. But he always put so much heart into his music, especially when he was live, and it's just great. It's just fantastic. When I first saw them, they played a song "I Can't Dance," and it was just him, the guitarist, and I think the keyboard, the keyboard guy. I just need to remember their names. But they were all like doing a little dance across stage, or like this. It was great. I said it's a great a lot. I'm so sorry. It was just with their music. It was always catchy. It sent a message around with their music, and it was just all around. They were so talented when it came to them being on stage. Phil was extremely talented with just probably coming off of, let's see, when let's see, I think Genesis debuted in the 80s. Oh no. Okay, so Genesis, they formed in 67. They were introduced to the Hall of Fame in 2010. It's just they had a full lute in their in their band. It was great. It's fantastic. But yeah, they've always whenever they were on stage, like when I saw them back in 2005, they just brought a whole bunch of energy to the stage, and it made me remember their show really well. And it was just like, I remember, like, they had visuals up on screens. Like, they had two oval screens up on around the stage area, and they had tons of visuals with it. And they had they played Home by the Sea part 1 and 2 back to back because they lead into each other, and it was just the visuals of the video, and I thought it was just amazing. How old would I have been? 8. 8, I think. Maybe. I don't. Let's see. Yeah, it'd have been like 9 or 10. But math, I had to works in my mind. It was great. Um, but yeah, no, it was just all around. Their performances are amazing. Um, I highly recommend checking out the rest of their music. I can give you a couple songs to listen to. The Home by the Sea or Home by the Sea Part 1 and 2. Domino Part 1 and 2. Turn On Again, Abacab. They were the original Land of Confusion. They sang the original Land of Confusion, which was brilliant at the time. And there's a bunch of their music that you should listen to. So, I'm gonna give this video just because of nostalgia and just reliving memories. I'm gonna give it a 10. They do have some really good music on its own. It's just if I always need songs to listen to, I will always jump back to Genesis, no matter what. So, if you guys agree with me, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, share these videos. This video is definitely not going to reach the newer generations, but they will reach the older generations, and I think they will adore this like music and band. So leave a comment on what you want me to listen to next. I love every single one of you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.